This is a brief tour of the features of Machines and People. Machines and People is intended to run on a flash drive that has been formatted as DOS FAT. This will allow you to run it on Linux, Windows, and Macintosh platforms. Inside your flash drive, you install the application in this layout. You've got data files, and in here you will have data files for each of your clients. Here we see the example database, which comes with the application. Then we have executable files, one each for Linux, Macintosh, and Windows. We also have two directories or folders, one each for Windows and Linux. These have the supporting files that are required to run the application. We begin by double-clicking the application icon, in this case Macintosh. Since we're on a Macintosh, and the first thing we need to do is choose a database. It says right there in green, and we do that. We click on that. We select the example database. This now shows the name of the database that we are currently working in. There's three windows of prime importance to Machines and People. First, of course, is Machines. And the Machines window will display all machines that you have in the database. You can click on one. It will display details about it. You don't have to fill out everything. It's there if you need it. For example, in this one, it's a Macintosh, a 24-inch iMac. Tells you a little bit about it, including the IP address, the MAC address. Most machines in a work environment have an admin and a backup admin logins. Some may have an additional one. The home user may have just the admin and backup. The corporate environment is likely going to have a users assigned. The IT department generally owns these logins, and they don't want anybody touching the admin side of the machine. Here we have some users. We can see what software is deployed on this machine and any notes about the machine. Next, we have the people window, and this is a list of the people in the organization, and you can click on them. And again, we are in browse mode, so we can't edit any of this data. We need to click on the button edit user to do that. Same with machines and software. We can browse the users. We can see their email. Click on the email. It tells us a little bit about their incoming, outgoing server, and any notes about that particular user. And then lastly, we have software. This tells us what software is available in the organization, what brand it is, Adobe CS4, the serial number, how many seats there are, and how many seats are remaining. That is all displayed down here. Again, in browse mode, you can check these details. So let's go through and set up a new machine. The first thing that we need to do is click on New Machine. Let's call this the test machine. And we'll leave it at that. Let's say that this is in a corporate environment. So let's call Infotech for IT department. Let's say they're the owner of this machine. We won't add a backup. Now here we have the users. Before we can add any users, we need to save the machine first, which means we click on that. We've added a new machine record. You can see it there. Now to add users, we have to go back and click on the machine, put it back into edit mode. And here is where it gets a little bit easier. If we want to add a user to a machine, we simply select that user and drag them onto that list box. That user is now added. Before we can go further, we need to save that. Let's come back over here. You can see that is saved. Let's add some software. Click on the software tab. Click on edit machine. We are now ready to, let's close this window. Now ready to add some software. Let's add test software. And you're going to notice in the software that there are 5 seats remaining. After I drop this software onto the list box and then save the record, it will automatically subtract 1 from the licenses. Now we have 4 licenses remaining. So that's a brief tour of Machines and People. It's how you can build and deploy a machine, transfer a user over to a new machine, keep track of licensing, and also find out where users have privileges to machines. Thank you.